It's Andrea. I'm back with another Sew With Me. We are starting the finishing for the Pieceful Baskets Quilt Along. This came in our Sew Sampler monthly subscription. Next month in Sew Sampler, we're going to start a whole new block of the month. Can't wait to see it. I'm going to link Fat Quarter Shop down below in the description box if you want to check them out. They're a fantastic quilt store, and they have so many awesome subscriptions. Sew Sampler, one of my absolute fave of all time, of all of my subscriptions. So this is a pretty standard finishing, but it's going to take us a hot minute because we got to make all of these little star cornerstones, star stones, I don't know what you want to call them. I've got my pieces all cut up. I just used my stash. This is leftover Camille Ross Kelly from the last two Designer Mysteries. I cut up, and then my basic white. This is going to take us a hot minute, y'all. This is going to take us several videos, I'm sure. Let's get started. First up, B and F, 18 flying geese. So right sides together, sew corner to corner down the middle of the blue. Tonight will make a week. I have been detoxing from all of my sleep medications, and I'm so proud of myself. I have not caved. I did take it one night because I had to work the next day, and it was just precautionary. But other than that, and I actually just fell asleep pretty easily last night, but it was at like 2 o'clock in the morning. But still, that's an improvement from zero sleep. I have high hopes. I've got high hopes. And I'm so excited, y'all, because I found so much more family stuff I get to share with y'all. I still haven't found the war photos for my granddaddy McPherson to share. I did reach out to my uncle who has them and asked to come over again and take more pictures of them. So I just took pictures of them with my phone years ago. I have no clue what the heck I did with them. But when I get those, I'll share them. But I did find other photos and more, another journal of my grandmother's, more letters, and then my other side of the family's letters and pictures as well. So I can't wait to share them with y'all. Those who've been watching my war letters reading and my slices of life and my grandmother's school journal and all that, thank y'all so much. That means so much that y'all are watching those and sharing in that with me. It makes me happy. I hope y'all are enjoying it. And it'll be preserved for history as long as those videos exist, right? Their legacy remains. I said it, I had them, well, see, I have one big storage box under my bed that I keep memorabilia in, and that's where I kept looking for it. And because I had forgotten, like I've said before, I have no mental capacity for new things. I need to stop doing new things. I had forgotten I had a whole nother one under there that had even more memorabilia in it. So that one held the mother lode of memorabilia from both sides of my family. Oh, and I was telling you about Salome's death certificate that I found, and I couldn't read what it said. I asked Mom, and we're in agreement that this is what it says on cause of death. It says carbolic acid poisoning taken to frighten parents. That's what it says on her death certificate, 18 years old. But I found all the stuff about that in the newspaper article that her dad wrote about it and everything. So I'm going to share that with y'all in pictures of all of them that I've got. strange name. Salome. 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 Taken to frighten parents. That's quite an assumption, don't you think? So they're... I think she could... I don't think that was to frighten parents. I mean, she drank acid. I think her intention was pretty clear. There's probably some sexism in there at that time. You know, women in the hysterics or something, you know. Dramatic. No, she was killing herself. So sad. And then I have Huda's stuff where she was a Gold Star mother, you know, because she lost her son in World War I, and she has all these certificates and her French invitation to come to France and view the body or the burial site and all that stuff. Let me cut these apart. I'll be right back. I'm going to cut them apart, trim, and press and flip. Let me show you. I'm going to cut them all apart. I'm going to trim about 1/4 of an inch away from that stitch, and then I'm going to press. And my iron's probably still cold. Oh, nope, it's hot. I'm going to do all that to the side, BRB. Sorry, I was in La La Land and just started sewing again, but only one. Sitting there thinking about my grandparents since I pulled all that memorabilia out, you know. Isn't it crazy that you know more about your family after they're gone than you ever did when they were with you? As far as that side of my family anyway. Because Mom didn't know any of that stuff that I found out. At all. She knows like nothing of her family history. She's not interested in anything of her family history. Which blows my mind. I'm fascinated by it. But Mom's all like, ugh, who cares? Well, that's your ancestors, woman. That's you. That's, you know, that's your history. Yeah, Mom has no interest. And that just kills me. Because I'm the extreme opposite. I'll tell her this stuff and she'll be like, oh, gosh. Or I'll ask her about something in her history and she'll be like, I don't remember. I don't know. She is not worried about it. Yeah, my mom grew up in a totally different kind of household than my dad did. different worlds. Probably more like, because working class, the Kellums, versus upper middle class, the McPhersons, you know? Much more laid back and relaxed and affectionate and, you know, and they're all stiff upper lip and all that. I picture the McPherson family more like, y'all seen that movie Help? That was her family, the white families with the black help. That was the McPhersons. That's the kind of household she grew up in. And they literally had an African American maid. You know, just like that movie. That was them in the South. Mom said they were very, very close with her maid Jessie. And I have a picture of her too. Old as the hills is what she looks in that picture. But she said she was real loving and mothering towards them. There's all those done. Now we're going to take G and D. Oh my goodness, this is going to take us a hot minute. We have to snowball all four corners of all of these. Buckle up, Buttercup. I know Mom's told me some stories about when she was a child, like there had, they always had money. My mother's parents, and they were, you know, upper middle class, I would say, and they had some neighbors, some kids that they played with that were not, you know, they were, and she said those kids would come to their house all the time to eat for breakfast and stuff because they never had meat. They only ever had bread and milk, I think, is all, you know, that family had. So they would come eat at their house a lot. So, I mean, they couldn't have been bad if they were, couldn't have been all bad if they're feeding the neighborhood children, right? Granddaddy was an engineer, Granddaddy McPherson, Jimmy. So they did very well. He did very well. And then grandmother's daddy, Mr. Easley, they had a lot of money as well. He was an inventor. He did a lot in airplanes. Had tons of patents and inventions and all that jazz. They owned a furniture store, I believe, in Memphis. and Malcolm actually ran it. That's her mother's name, Malcolm. He lived to be quite old. He died in his 90s. It was sometime in the 80s because I vaguely remember him dying. But I didn't ever know him. He didn't live around us. But I remember when he died because he left a crap ton of money to all the grandkids, which was, my mom was one of them. And he was loaded. And me and Mama were not. So that was a huge help to us. Head is kicking today, y'all. I've already took 3 Tylenol hours ago, and has not moved from its current position. It's probably withdrawal. It's gonna take me a while to get through all that. Okay, let me cut all these apart. Okay. Other corner. I went ahead and prepped all these too while I was gone. Just cut them and flipped them and pressed them. Getting this done pretty early today because usually I sew in the evening, but we have that member live tonight, so I need to get it done before this evening. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little nauseous. This headache is packing a wallop. She works hard for money, so hard for it, honey. She works hard for money, so you better treat her right. She works hard for that money, so hard for it, honey. She works hard for the money, so you better treat her right. Oh, we get to start a new quilt tomorrow. I think Monday's when we're starting sparrows. I still need to cut for that. I need to do that tonight after the live. So I'm always so excited to start a new project. I've just had that kit since last year's Paducah quilt show that I'm fixing to go to again in April. So it's come full circle. It's been a solid year. I have held on to that because I bought a kit for it at the Paducah quilt show from that little house lady that was there. It's her line. And she had mock-ups of the little sparrows in her fabric line, and it was just so stinking cute. I had to buy it. And I'm finally making it. Yeah, if any of y'all go to the Paducah show, you've got to message me on Facebook or Instagram and let me know that you're there so we can meet. Last time I went, I ran into, I think, how many people did I run into that knew me from the channel? 2 or 3. Like, I felt world famous. At least 2, I think 3 people recognized me, and I was just like, oh, paparazzi, please. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to be there longer this time. Last time Janet and I just went for a couple days, and I'm there 4 days this time. Oh, I can't wait to eat some of those restaurants again. That Cajun place we ate there twice. It was so freaking good. They have so many cute little restaurants downtown. That's usually, that's a big part of a vacay for me is to eat. That's one of the main things I look forward to when I go anywhere is what's to eat, y'all. And I like to go to, well, sometimes I'll go to chains, but only if it's chains that we don't have around here or that I've never eaten at. I will never go to a restaurant that we have locally. Y'all are crazy. I would never do that. I can eat that anytime. I want new stuff. And I usually like to pick local spots. To me, those are the best. Little local hole-in-the-wall spots, you know. All right, let me go prep these, BRB. Okay. I'm using 2 different green prints because I ran out of fabric. Same line though. Same designer, I mean. I don't know if it's the same line, but they're both Camille Ross Kelly, so. Broke. That's weird. This needle is too little for my automatic threader too. some reason it doesn't want to thread it. Let's see if it'll do it. Nope. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't want to thread it. So I gotta do old school. Like a nice flat point. I gotta do an old school thread. And I cannot see crap. No, the hole is so little. A headache and trying to thread a needle is not the best combo. I cannot see anything. Now, dadgummit. Oh, hold on. Got it. Had to bring out the old spittle. Make it nice and straight. I found Stella's baby book and I just showed it to her. It's only like half filled out. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. It's the curse of the second born, right? We're like, been there, done that. But at least it's halfway filled out. Sam's. I saved and everything from Sam. Like, I have 2 huge notebooks full of his daycare school reports. His daycare reports about how much he ate and how much he slept. I saved all that. I still have that. So ridiculous. And then the second one comes along and you're like, meh. Oh, look at those stitches. Okay, looks good. Might need to turn my tension down again. go prep them. I set out tonight. I'm gonna make us some tomato soup and grilled cheese. I have a little kit from HelloFresh. I have to make the grilled cheese, but the soup's already prepared. I just gotta heat it up. That's what's for dinner, y'all. Their tomato soup and grilled cheese meals are so good. They're ready meals, except for the grilled cheese, of course. They send you the bread and the cheese and the garlic butter, and you just gotta assemble them. We all like it. Yeah, I have a feeling Sam's gonna be the one to save all the family stuff. Stella is like, Mom, she don't really care. Like when I showed her her baby book, she kind of flipped through it. She's like, okay. And then she gave it back to me. I was like, you don't want it? She's like, no. So she's gonna be like Mom and not care, and Sam's gonna be the one to carry on the family history stuff, I bet you. Because he's very sentimental, and he always wants to keep everything memorabilia. He's like me, memorabilia. So at least I know someone will carry it on. Because I've saved a bunch of stuff for myself as well. Like, I saved like tons of notes that I wrote my friends in high school, or they wrote me, letters from boyfriends, journals, like a huge stack of diaries and journals. I probably need to get rid of some of those before the children get them. So I don't need to be saving. I need to go through that. I kept diaries off and on from like 12 years old and up. The funniest one is the 12-year-old one. Oh my gosh. I was boy crazy. Every other day is like, I love a new person. You know, I love so-and-so. And then the next day, I don't like him anymore. I love so-and-so, you know. My journal from high school is the one I think I need to remove from the stack. Because I wrote everything in there. I have like my old cheerleading stuff. I have every like newspaper article where I was in the newspaper growing up. All that stuff. I saved my spirit stick, my pom-poms, all kinds of stuff. For a long time I saved my cheerleading outfit from Little League. Because I was also a cheerleader for the Little League when I was in 6th grade. And it was Broncos. I had a t-shirt and a little skirt. I saved that for a long time. I think I finally got rid of it. I'm gonna go have to take some more pain medicine because this headache is about to shut me down, y'all. I mean, it's a bad one. Let me go prep these. Alrighty, got those done. Sorry, shifting my camera. Now we're gonna take these leftover C's here and attach one here. And one here. And one here. Looks like I cut one extra block here. Rather too many than too less. I'm alright. Now I'm gonna take one here. One here. And another one here. Another one here. Okay, let me cut these. Press them. I'm gonna press to the solid white for less seams. Here's my last little corner. I just took 3 ibuprofen. So I took 3 Tylenol several hours ago. Did nothing. Maximum strength. So now I'm taking 3 ibuprofen. Hopefully that'll knock a little of this headache out. Oh. Okay. Now, take this one. It's going to attach to this. And this is going to attach to this. Making 2 rows, FYI, so I'm doing 2 of each. So we're making 2 rows just alike. Okay, got that. this is going to attach to another A. Again, press to the white. This guy here, I'm going to attach to this guy. I know when I was cleaning up my grandmother McPherson's house after she died, and I was finding all this stuff that I've saved, I found, this was before I was into 40s music, because y'all know I go through several phases of what kind of music I like over in my lifetime. This was before I was really into 40s and Frank and all that. And I didn't keep any of these, but they were all cassette tapes anyway. But she had a record player, right? And then underneath she had all these cassette tapes. She had like every Frank Sinatra record on tape. And she also apparently loved, oh my gosh, who was that dude? I forgot. He was some military dude. He was really popular there in the 80s or something. He looked all doe-eyed and kid. And he was all over the news for something. Who the heck? What was his name? Anyway, she had all these VHS tapes of him during everything that went down with him. What the heck was that dude's name? He had these baby doe eyes. He was real handsome, but it was some I was pretty young, so I didn't really remember what the controversy was with him. We'll have to ask Mom. She had all those VHS tapes of him. If y'all know the name and you say it, I recognize it. He had to go through all these trials. He was on all these law trials and stuff. Dewey or Dowie or I don't know. There's one line. Finished. And on to the next. Now we're going to take E. $31 of these bad boys. Snowball all 4 corners with blue F. Gonna drive me crazy. She was obviously a fan because she had all of those VHSs of him in his little military outfit. my second line, which we only need 2 of these. Probably the top of the quilt and the bottom of the quilt, I'm assuming, where these will go. Yeah, I can kind of see his face and his name is like on the tip of my tongue. I'm so glad I helped my mom clean out her mom's house, because she wouldn't have saved any of that stuff, y'all. I mean, she can care less about stuff like that. Thank God I got it. Thank God. It would have been lost to history. My Uncle Malcolm, her brother, the oldest child, he was all into that history and stuff too. So he gave me a lot of information on the family history when I was building the tree, and he was all into that. He had so much cool stuff too. He's passed on now, and he lived in Georgia, so I guess his sons got all his memorabilia, and I hope they care about it, you know. I was never close with them because they always lived. Mom's not close with anybody in her family, y'all. She has one brother, Ralph, that still lives here in town. They don't ever talk or see each other. There's no bad feelings. They just could care less. And then Uncle Malcolm, he was always in Georgia. And I only met up with him a few times in my entire life. And his sons once. So I don't know them very well, or at all, the boys, his sons. Strange family, y'all. Compared to my other family, who is like this. The other side. Got a vase from her house too that is it has a date on the bottom of it, 1923. It's the ugliest vase you've ever seen, but I kept it just because of the age and all that, and it's probably, I think I have Googled on eBay before to see how much it's worth, and it's worth a good little bit. It's from Italy or something. Yeah, it is god awful ugly. Yeah, Uncle Ralph's the one that's got all the photo albums of his folks. and my grandparents. He's got all of them. So I definitely want to go by there again and copy them. For a long time, my hobby was that ancestry stuff. Before I was into quilting, I go through phases of what I'm into. And then I like take it to the extreme, I always do. These sections are going to completely surround each block. So we've got so much to do. But at least we don't have any borders to tackle. Sam came home from his sleepover. He said they had a really good time. Go prep all these. A BRB. Oh shoot. Oh yeah, this is a good spot to stop. We'll pause here and carry on next video because we still have a crap ton to do, y'all. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe if you like to watch Sew With Me's. I'll see y'all at the next one.